my room is like actually burning me alive now.
Is that hard?
Yeah. After recording, I will definitely just open the window and feel the breeze on my skin. But anyway. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fresh Step where you recover yourself for the main step. I'm your host for today, tomorrow and the possible future, Theodore Lu. And I'm with Autos Battler in the UK and I've met Battle Spirits English Wiki, Ayumu Seiki.
Hello.
So yeah, Ayumu. Now you're back in the netherworld, that is the UK. How are you feeling today? Back to the netherworld stuffs.
Shit.
As expected.
Literally the only thing missing right now is a thunderstorm.
That will end perfect, yeah.
Exactly. It will be a perfectly shit country, yeah.
Yeah. I really wish we can have a thunderstorm in Germany right now.
Is it really hot?
So the highest for today was 29. So the really, really hot day has finally passed. Thankfully, thank God.
Alright, yeah. Okay, yeah, 29 isn't too bad.
Yeah, yesterday it was 33 and I needed to go outside because I wanted to join the Grand Archive Learn to Play because I'm a total newbie and I cannot grasp the game even after my friend like tried to teach me like several times. And then I finally realized my whole problem was that because the two games that I played prior, that I played actively and I performed somewhat decently at, are Vanguard and Battle Spirits. Two games where your main resource comes from taking damage. So basically, it's kind of like if you basically are encouraged to kind of like take risks, because like if your opponent, you basically like push your opponent to take risks so that they will take risks to try to finish you. And then if they fail, then you can get even more resources to kind of like take even greater risks to ensure that your opponent cannot take any further risks from attacking you. And then there are games in which basically to gather your resources, you have to manage everything yourself. And now that I think about it, in such games, I did not perform as well. Starting from Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Pokemon, and I guess now it's Grand Archive. Yeah. Because I guess like just tanking everything and being greedy later doesn't really translate well in these games, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Grand Archive is very much like like the mobile games like Shadowverse and Hearthstone. Where it's just like if you take too much damage you die.
Yeah.
With no benefits, literally.
Exactly.
I haven't touched Shadowverse for a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh my
I think
god,
like yeah. I think
have
you
I
were
told you how like I was playing Shadowverse because my little brother was. And then like have I told you how like because because one of the daily quests is how do you call it? Play one game with like a random person, something like that. So he got two accounts, and then literally it's a sight to see him opening two screens, and then he just like playing against himself.
So he basically just press like play at the same time, so just to hope that he will be facing himself.
Oh no! I say random, but it can be with a friend. So he was literally just playing with himself every day.
Yeah, that checks out. I would have done that too.
But then like he was a very defaulted player. Like he literally went online every day, and then he stopped going online every day because he need to take care of his girlfriend.
Oh. But yeah, I guess like you are actually like correct because like Grand Archive is like basically what if we try to take what it works for like digital games and then we'll just bring it to trading card games basically. Because like they do have like this elo system where you basically the more event you go, the more points you get, and then like basically if you wanted to join like the higher level tournaments, then you kind of have to grind in like the lower level tournaments. And then also the one that I am holding right now and I'm currently trying to kind of like sort through is my friend asked me to open 10 whole boxes of the Grand Archive supporter packs.
What? Why?
Yeah, because it's basically kind of like our in Bellspirit, it's kind of like the premium card set. So it is kind of like a booster pack still, but like the contents there are no new cards in the set. It's mostly just reprints with like better arts, new arts, and then they do have like some collectibles as well. So which is why that is what he is chasing basically, and yeah, we can see the result in our stream that I did on a whim on a very lazy after work day. But yeah, the point was that this kind of supporter packs, basically what happened is all the proceeds from this supporter sets, they are going to use it for their organized play. So the more supporter packs got sold, the more prizes that they can offer in their high level tournaments basically. Which is if you at least like listen to how Dota tournament works, that's basically how they also do it. So basically they offer these battle passes. So battle passes I think now it's more common in most online games, right? So it's kind of like a system where you basically have a sub experience and then experience points, and then you basically do some stuff in game, and then you can get more rewards, and then you can pay for like better rewards. Yeah, so basically battle passes they used to do it, and more to kind of like fund like the actual like the large Dota tournament, right? So that's also like another incentive for the players because they kind of wanted to see like a bigger stakes in the tournaments as well, right? Because like then like that's there's teams that they supported, so they kind of wanted to see, okay, my team like won like 1 million USD last time, like let's get them to like win 2 million USD this time, kind of thing. Yeah, so that's basically the idea behind the supporter packs. And yeah, actually they're like this is my first time like opening like the supporter packs, and they look really kind of nice. Like I think like you did sing some praises for like the regular boxes for how sturdy they are, and this is basically like, you know, the boxes that they used to store like the mid-end jewelries, like if you buy a necklace from like an independent creator kind of thing. So it's kind of like a paper box, but like a really thick paper box, kind of like the one that they used to like package like very fancy pens or like even some phones. So yeah, they're really nice actually. Well, probably not to keep cards because like they really slides a lot. So yeah, but it's just really nice to kind of like just open them. Also, because they have like seams between, you can kind of like just go through them with your scissors and it will not damage the box even, which is a surprising plus point there. Yeah, and then I opened mine, and then of course I opened my friend's, and then he get all the girls, and then I didn't get any girls in my box.
Lol. Time to be gay.
No, time to open more. Also, I mean like I kind of like opened one just for fun because it's like I thought like because like Grand Archive was kind of like the like sales like product wise they are like Western game through and through, right? So like their booster boxes are really large, which makes the boxes like really expensive just by the virtue of like, okay, this has more packs, so that's why it's more expensive. And then at first I thought, yeah, it's probably going to be like maybe like say 70 or something, so it's probably not I wouldn't do that just for like a reprint set, and then I found out that the MSRP is like 30, and then I was like, well, it is still big money, but like just for like something that I do like once in a year, $30 like sounds really affordable. And after that,
Remember, guys, this is what losers say. I'm just doing this for fun.
yes, and I am now getting trapped in like the gambler's policy. I already sunk in $30, so I need to sunk in more.
God damn.
I mean, we haven't pulled like the CSR. We did pull something better, but like we didn't pull the ones that we actually won. Actually,
What do we actually want then?
so basically, the highest rarity in the set is called the collector's promotional rare, which is like the card is like really beautiful. Like I'll send you the picture later, or maybe I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you now so I can share it on screen, or just. Yeah. Why would I send you guys to like another 15 minutes video? Like, let's just show it here. Wait, where is it? But like, as you can see, I think like even if you're not familiar with the game, I think like you can kind of tell like this card was probably not meant to be like actually played in the game, because her main ability has a cost of 2024.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I see.
like the card was really pretty. It's like super pretty. Anyway, I don't know how else to describe it. And my friend said that it's already gone now. It's still in my hands, but like the ownership is already gone.
So it's not yours.
It's not mine from the beginning, but yeah. But yeah,
Sucks to be you.
Yeah. But basically, there's one rarity below that, which is called the Collector's Secret Rare, which also exists in like regular Grand Archive boxes, in which they make it a nicer foil, and then they will probably put like the signature from like the illustrators.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the Collector's Secret Rares are also like some of like the best staples in the game at the moment. Which is why, so I kind of wanted the art, but like at this point, I thought there will be like regular versions of them, so I kind of just want them for like functional purposes. That's also why I wanted to crack the box, because I thought there will be a normal, non like high rarity version. So I will be like, okay, finally, might crack like one, just for finally like putting inside my deck, because you need 4 of those cards. But like might as well gamble while I can get something for my own deck, kind of thing. Yeah, they didn't work out because like it's turns out they only exist in the higher rarities, so the chance of like hitting it is like really low. I think it's like 1 in 25 box or something. Like, yeah, they were supposed to be like very exclusive. So yeah, back to the drawing board. Buy the staples normally.
Huh. I heard the Grand Archive is getting expensive.
Oh yeah, because they are like, I mean like, the company is like trying to a lot of new stuff, which is good. But like also because they are not an established company, I don't think their printing ability is that high. That is pretty much why, like, especially for like the older sets, like they don't have that much yet. And now they are like trying to balance like the stock in the market by like doing the not recollection, was it alter editions, which is basically like the how do you say, like it's kind of like a reprint of the whole set, but like some of the cards they give like new art, so that so even if you have opened like the old sets, you kind of probably wanted the new one just for collection. But like the main goal is also to put in more of like the functional cards into circulation. Yeah, I mean, like they started to, because like they kind of like now they are kind of like aggressively like trying to go global, basically. Like now they have like I saw someone like paying an advertisement basically for Grand Archive on a bus in Taiwan, and I think they're trying to get into Evo, which is like the one of the largest fighting game tournaments.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's also another effort out of them to kind of like get like the game out there. And I see that in Southeast Asia they're getting even more presence. I think in Indonesia they already subtly there. It's more like there are more stores that are carrying them, but I think like not really that big yet. But yeah, also because of that, kind of like people are searching for like the old cards, and then now there's no the old card just doesn't exist because they printed it for like their market that it's on the beginning not that very big, and then now they are going to print for like a larger. They have a way larger audience, and then this audience also need to catch up with the card pool that they don't have yet. So yeah, of course, everything is getting expensive. Yeah, it's kind of like a Battle Spirit Saga once they kind of like downsize to starting from set 4, right? Kind of that kind of situation.
I see.
Mm-hmm. But there's also like imagine if like Star Blaster like costs even less, and then it's a rare. Going to be like that. So you will like every single player will need like 4 Ice Shield, 4 Star Blast Draw, and then 4 Strong Draws, and then like let's say like maybe like 2 or 3 more, and then like there are probably several cards that you maybe need only 1, but it's going to be like $20-$30. So yeah, that kind of scenario. The usual TCG stuff. I think like that's actually kind of like the norm, like outside of like the Japanese card games, but like because I've been so into like the Japanese card games, the moment I step back into like the Western card game, I was like, oh yeah, right. I forget that this is a thing.
Wait, what is?
Like if you want to build a deck, like some of like the more like commonly used cards to be like $10 each, or like maybe $20 for a playset for like the lower rarity ones. So I was like, oh
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like if we play like the Japanese card games, like yep, like $20 a playset is especially since a playset is only 3 cards in Japanese games, so like yeah, $20 a playset is already a hard ask.
It still depends.
Yeah, kind of depends, but like I feel like lately, especially for the mini sets, things are getting even more expensive. Like I think I just spent at 140 for like my 140 euro for my Hunter Beast and my Ash Princess deck.
Wait, €140 for 2 sets.
Yep, for 2 decks. And then yeah, I mean like granted some of them are like
Wait. Do you mean only the new cards?
only
or
the
do
new
you
cards.
mean... What the fuck, man?
Well, maybe I mean like there are some extras that I put in. I did not paint the whole picture. I do order some stuff that are not related and are quite pricey, like the Wind Wolf.
Yeah, bro. I spent like max €100 for both play sets.
Yeah. Oh no, I also because I went on and like ordered some of like the secret versions as well. So yeah, things add up. Adds up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your own fault then.
Yeah. No, it's totally my own fault. I never say that it's the game's fault, like or the market's fault. It's always my own fault. Like, could have not bought like the expensive version, but I did.
Oh my god, I was on my last day to the car shop, and then I was looking for what's her name, Banli Sora, and then because she still came from like a relatively old set, so like I just tried to get like whatever I could find. So I went to the shop first, and then like they said, "Oh, we only got this one secret version left. Do you want it? It's like €6 or something like that." And I was like, I don't know where I can find the other one, so sure, I'll take that. And literally, I went to the next shop, and they found like a stack of normal versions for €2 each.
Oh wow.
And I was like, whatever.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, like it's shiny, so like why not?
Yeah, I'm still missing Moonlight Punish
Mm-mm.
for my Zulu deck. Like that card is actually too old.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, it's the one.
I can't believe BS47 is actually too old now.
Oh my god, I feel
Yeah,
old
because
now.
like yeah, I mean right now my Zulu deck's like a turbo version, but then
Mm-mm.
like I build like a control list
Mm-mm.
which involves basically looping your whole deck,
Mm-mm.
and that needs what's the name, Moonlight Punish. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So I just gotta hope that I got something in my stack right now. But
Mm-mm.
if not, I'll probably need Enoch to take some for me, because like now that I come back, it's his turn to go to Hong Kong.
Ah, it's a circular economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mm-mm.
I've been oh my god, it's
Mm-mm.
so funny. I've been playing with Zulu and like it's just actually pretty fun.
Mm-mm.
Like unironically, Sowen is actually probably like the best contract for the deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you can just set a burst after you
Mm-mm.
activate one.
Yeah.
But like I think it works better if you're playing like the control version. Like if you're
Mm-mm.
playing the rush version, then it doesn't really matter because Mikatsuki can like just set down another burst anyway.
Mm-mm.
But like the best
Mm.
part was like my friend, he was using Kuku, I can't pronounce Kukukan,
Mm-mm.
and then he ate my Mikatsuki like 7 times in 2
Oh
games.
my god.
And then he couldn't do shit because obviously for Kukulkan, literally the whole control element came from spirit effects.
Mm-mm.
Like at most he's like removing 3 cores
Mm-mm.
with like 3 of his Kukulkan, but like
Mm-mm.
that's it. Like literally I opened Mikatsuki and it couldn't do shit.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, I spammed Leaf Jammer at him before and he was so scared of Leaf Jammer, and now he got one more thing to be scared of. To be traumatized about.
Oh my goodness. He is not going to live through that.
One day he's gonna get Jammed and Mikatsuki in one game.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you that.
Mm-mm. That sounds like a terrible idea. Speaking of like, now that you're talking about birds, like I feel like I'm missing one guy from my folder. But I cannot find him.
I was so lucky to get some cheap cards
Mm-mm.
because like basically I was walking past these few guys,
Mm-mm.
which is like cracking some box open, and then
Mm-mm.
I just look at them and I just said like, do you need these cards? And they're like, no, no, really, we're just trying to hit something big to earn some money.
Mm-mm.
So I was like, you wanna sell these common cards to me then? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure, why not? And then
Mm-mm.
they basically sold me like half the market price. So I was like,
Ooh.
damn,
Damn.
oh,
Big W.
big W.
W for you because they get it cheaper. W for them because they can crack more box.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they try to hit like the secret Gosex type the end.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, which reminds me reminds me of my friend who showed me because like he cracked like a whole carton, right, for himself of the Burning Legends, and then he showed me like,
Oh wow.
yeah, he got like the secret Godsex, got the secret Godsex type destroy, and then he was still like, oh no, too bad I didn't get like all secrets for like the Godsex guy. I was like, bro. And then like including the secret, like he had like a total of 6 type destroy. So I was like, bro, even worse. What do you mean? What do you mean you haven't got enough?
It's crazy.
I know, right?
Actually, you know what's also crazy? The fact
Mm-mm.
that Gosex is a meta.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Like legitimately the deck is actually pretty shit, not gonna lie.
Mm. Yeah, it's just the type destroyer is like really good.
Yeah,
really, really good.
it's literally Tide Destroy carrying the whole thing.
Exactly.
But if you don't get Tide Destroy, you're just kind of dead. And
Exactly.
even if you get Tide Destroy, you're still kind of dead
Mm-mm.
in most cases.
Exactly. It's it was turned from like a deck that's supposed to be like quote unquote control into turbo, because like then the playstyle falls into like, okay, so how do you get type DN like out as soon as possible, and then now they make it even more turbo, but it's now instead of one shot, it's a bit down.
Basically, yeah. It's bit down with like a limited amount of defense.
Mm-mm. Exactly. But we will see. We will see. I mean, like, even so like when we especially like before like the set came out, like the zone looks fine, right? And then like turns out it was actually like the best deck probably out of the three that came out of the set.
But it's still a hero deck, which is kind of weird, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Which is actually like unironically why it's the best, because like it's a high roll, but like the reward is actually there, kind of thing.
I suppose so. It's still not very stable. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like if it's stable, then it's you can't do that. Like you can't make that kind of deck stable. Like if you make that kind of deck stable, it should be illegal to make that kind of deck stable. Should be a deck that you play on like a weekend when you are like tired from work, and then you probably are a little bit under influence of alcohol, and then like, yeah, I just want to go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Attack. Attack with my cost for doji, and then like cost for wisdom king, and then just throw out Senju. Do you have idea out? No, okay then. Yeah, but yeah. Speaking of like the out, we do have. I don't have anything actually. I don't have any clever segue to the segment, but yeah, we're at the second week. It's our last card reviews, I guess. We are back, and of course, like speaking of like second week, like we do get the reveal of like the upcoming Gemini XV, which is a little bit sad because the Gemini does have like two faces, and then yeah, we can't like they got have like shown both faces for once probably.
You gotta share your screen, man.
Oh yeah, true. Entire screen. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Pokemon Championship today, I think. Or is it tomorrow? I think it might be tomorrow. Actually, no, it's today. Yes, because Pokemon, they need 2 to 3 days, right? Yeah. Oh, I want to watch that.
Oh yeah, I just realized that because my good friend, if he considers me as one, it's it's kind of sad that I feel like I'm having a parasocial relationship with my own actual friend. But yeah, I guess like one of my friends is like one of the largest Pokemon YouTuber in Indonesia, so of course it's going there. Yeah.
Damn, he's rich.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah. He's not from Java, so he's not from Java, but he's living in Jakarta. So that probably tells you a lot. It's kind of like someone from like a rural part of northern UK, but like he lives in a condo in London. Then yeah, that's probably his family probably owns like all the lands in like the north, kind of thing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of like rich but not visible rich.
Yeah, but I'm rich enough to fly to America.
Exactly. I don't know. Hopefully he got sponsored, because like I think he deserves it at this point.
He most likely would have, yeah.
Hopefully. Maybe one day we can interrogate him in the podcast when he actually have the time.
Too busy being the very best.
No, like no one ever was. Uh,
Oh
because
my
like,
god! Oh my god! I
mm-mm,
was
mm-mm.
actually. Do you even know about the cards in Pokemon TCG?
Well, with some limitations. I mean, like, you know this guy called the Pocket Monster.
No.
He's a he's a shorts YouTuber basically. His main series is just cracking like old packs and then like trying to see if he can hit anything.
I see.
But like throwing some jokes here and there, like during the whole opening, and then it just flows. And I don't know why it just works. Like his energy is just matches like the format for some reason. Like I tried like sometimes, of course, like don't have any choices when I scroll through shorts, right? But like if I scroll like through any other people like opening one single pack of Pokemon, it's like it's just not as hype.
Yeah. So recently, the Japanese kind of made this meme deck
Mm-mm,
called I like to call it the Jelly Noah.
mm-mm,
So basically, it's using this card called Jelly Scent,
mm-mm,
which when it's in the active zone, it literally prevents the opponent from using any item cards or
mm-mm,
attaching any Pokemon tools,
mm-mm,
as long as it's in the active zone.
mm-mm,
And then they use this Dust Gnaw,
mm-mm.
which basically self explodes to put 13 damages on an opposing Pokemon.
Okay.
And so like this whole literally the concept of the whole deck is that like you try to block your opponent from doing stuff with Jellicent,
Mm-mm.
and then you'll self explode Ducksnore to knock out their Pokemon.
Oh, fuck.
And then supposedly if everything goes smooth, you should still be ahead of the price trade, even though you're technically trading for prices
Mm-mm.
1-to-1. Because you can still attack with Jellicent.
Mm-mm. Damn, wait. Let's check Jellicen's status. So it's which Jellicent again?
It's Jellicent EX, it should be the only one.
Oh, okay. Jellicent EX. Okay. It's the okay. So Jellicent is the jellyfish.
Yeah, the jellyfish, yeah.
So it still has an 80 plus okay, so if it has 4 energy, then it deals 160.
Which is fine because you can just
Mm-mm.
attach one psychic energy, and then the next turn, if you really need to attack, just attach ignition energy, which provides free energy at once.
And you still have the snore blowing itself up.
Basically, yeah. Which is kind of funny, and I try on TCG Live, which is basically the official online simulator,
Mm-mm.
and it fucking sucks. The deck is actually so bad, you can hardly play with it.
Mm-mm.
Like especially if you face with decks that
Mm-mm.
has like 2 prices all the time, like Raging Bolt,
Mm-mm.
they can't like the deck can't really do shit.
Mm-mm.
So it's like, and just I basically wasted an hour at the airport just trying this shit of a deck.
Yeah, it does feel kind of like a deck that is like built specifically for like a specific meta.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. And oh god, I got so much more rusty. Like literally, I went back to using like my usual deck,
Mm-mm.
and then I lost 2 of the games because I misplayed.
Mm-mm.
I was literally on the verge of winning, and I did one wrong action, and then I lost.
Yeah, the usual.
Yeah, I'm getting rusty.
Exactly.
I've been playing too much Battle Spirits and Wise Swords.
Which is not bad. But do you know what is not getting rusty?
What?
Libra Golem. Yes. Still the majestic Libra Golem that we know and love. I am looking forward to have my deck decimated by Libra Golem again, because at this point probably Libra Golem is going to have something that prevents your deck anti-deck destruction to be working.
Maybe it starts banishing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's that is scary thought to have, but I think like that's the most quote unquote balanced way to kind of like upgrade Libra Golem, I guess. Because then, I guess like with Libera Golem, like the thing is the number of cards that he sent to, like that he discards is like kind of limited. But like if like there's any hits from there, then he can do it again. So I guess like by giving it like a smaller number, but like a banish, then that kind of like works by like, okay, so like if you have the out, then you can still kind of like stop this. But like if you don't, then he will live a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of lot of damage, we have your favorite card ever, Ayumu, from the anime Bellspetter's Burning Soul, the Dragon Soul Dance X.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Now Yukimura can spam 4 of them in one turn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is all Dragon Soul Dance and Dragon Soul Dance X. Because why not? Oh yeah, and then it can add any Rekka card. Okay, so of course it cannot add itself, but yeah. I mean like, okay, it can add itself, but it's a once part of the same name, so you cannot use like 2 in the same thing.
Yeah, so it's basically like, I mean, still pretty good. You literally pay 1 cost to open 5. Which is crazy to think about, not gonna lie.
So like the Soul Burst destroys 1 Spirit and 1 Nexus. And...
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, so it's literally 1 card trading for 3.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, and then not to mention that you can add this to the hand as well when you courtyards with Yukimura. So I guess it's kind of an okay.
No, this is actually not setting etiquette, it's setting itself.
Oh, setting itself. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it was meant to be catalyzed.
I mean, yeah, well, I mean, which makes it a bit weaker, but still kind of works, yeah.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't trigger like the hand increase stuff, so like yeah, I guess that also kind of works. Which also means that it doesn't eat up your panda attacks, your panda gate.
Oh god, not the red panda.
Yeah, more panda.
No.
Actually, they are trying to nerf panda softly.
Hello.
Hello. And then of course we have our good old friend, the one that will be limit in the restricted list even before it comes out. That's the revival version of Red World. Yeah, I think now. Okay, so I think there are only some changes that are very subtle here. Of course, the family have like more families here and there. If your counter is, and then now the condition is 6 or less instead of counter 6 or less instead of 5 or less. And then also when it is, when the red world is deployed, you instead destroy 1 spirit or ultimate with the lowest PP. Previously, you can only destroy spirit. And then if you destroy anything while your counter is 4 or more, then you get to draw 1 as well. Which is a nice thing to have when your counter is more than 7 already. Yeah. Of course, the last effect is kind of redundant because you can only have 1 of it in the deck. But yeah, it just in case they kind of like let it go, right? Yeah, and then what else? Okay, and then also now the when rebirth effect not only destroys 20k or below spirit or ultimate from the beginning. Previously, you kind of have to have, I think, like 2 or more counter, and then the ceiling is plus 10,000 and it cannot target ultimates. And then as a bonus, it also activates when it attacks as well. So you get double the destruction.
Notice that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Exactly. And then yeah, the rest is like the one that is all reliable. So like life burn on the A side and then increase symbols on the B side.
My god.
Yeah. They didn't even make it specific. It's just the good old like 5 or higher red spirit.
Why?
Yeah, no worry. Kind of felt sad.
It
Like,
really,
yeah.
it really feels like, you know, they know it's like, you know, because they know they're switching to standard, so they're like, let's just make this broken as fuck.
Yeah, might as well. But
I don't
also,
know.
yeah. But also, like, this is going to be staying in Eternal forever, just to note it. But of course, right after that, we have the revival of our favorite world card, Koda, probably. Now,
Yippee.
yippee. Now tailored to the new era. So, of course, like the old yellow world is tailored to the family origin or primal. So now it's tailored to family devotee or concluser. So now, if your life is increased by the effect of your concluser or devotee spirit, or your life is decreased, or this card is removed from the field, you can flip. And then now, the when deploy also only targets spirits, but now it is juiced up to minus 10,000. And more importantly, it is now optional. Which I think, yeah, it's also a theme that they become kind of like optional now. So now you can escape those pesky when Nexus is deployed first if you need to. And then the level 1 effect, and then the other effect is swap from like previously like kind of like locking your opponent from refreshing to once per turn. If you play a yellow only card, which with this keyword that means most likely going to be like magic or it's going to be magic. If your
To be
hand
fair,
is
just any effects from hand would work. Yeah.
yeah, okay, then yeah, magic axle. If you use it from your hand, if your hand is 5 or less, then you get to draw 1. It is an optional effect, but it's soft once per turn. So if you have multiple copies, then you can draw up to 3, depending on how much card is in your hand. Which is quite nice. It also gives it a different niche from like the other from the original yellow world. Which I think is a really nice touch. Because then now, yeah, I guess like depending on how your deck works, then you can still choose to bring like the old one, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't understand why literally all the effects are still only targeting spirits.
Yes. That's the sad part. And then like the next, the B part also, like during either player's attack step, if you use a yellow only card during this turn, one opposing spirit get minus 10,000, and then if it becomes 0, you can destroy it. Once per turn, you may draw 1 card. So yeah, not too shabby, but again, like if it affects ultimate, would have been better, but I guess this is good enough. It has to be good enough.
Yeah.
It has to be good enough. It has to be good enough or my heart will not be able to handle it, Ayumu.
you gotta put your expectation low.
Exactly. She's still beautiful regardless. Well, I wouldn't say it that way, but yeah, still. That's just a figure of speech. But yeah, anyway. Next up, we do have Yukimura's key card, so to say. It basically like brings everyone to like the soul burst strat. The Muramasa Dragon, now in X form. Which now receives a pretty hefty upgrade. So discard in your hand when it is summoned. If you have a burst set, then you can treat all the reduction symbol as fulfilled. So you basically can summon him at 2 costs. And then of course, he still have like the old catalyze effect. So only upgrade to all colors, of course. Accommodate like the new era. You can basically send your soul core, activate your soul burst, and then after that soul burst finish activating, you can set a new one. And then once per turn, after your burst activates, once per turn you can salvage one Rekka family card from your trash to the hand. Yeah, I guess it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the best part is that the reduction fulfilled isn't limited to any color, so you can literally throw this into any deck.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can do it with Suru and then like just take back one if you need to. Or yeah, any Rekka burst for that matter. But yeah. Leaving the Rekka family, finally we do have more cards from the Martial family. Of course, it's a Baphomet. A pretty nostalgic creature because I used to play Ragnarok Online, and then Baphomet is basically the face of like the boss monsters in Ragnarok Online during the early days. Yeah, the Baphomet. It's also fun fact, Baphomet has children called Baphomet Junior, and then Baphomet Junior can be tamed if which is going to be very risky because not only you are going to consume an item that is a single use, and then there's only like 10 to 20% chance, and then yeah, to capture like the Baphomet Junior, like its children, and then like while you're trying to capture it, not only Baphomet Junior is an aggressive monster, which means even if you don't attack it, it will attack you first. So taming in the process of taming the monster, it doesn't change anything. It's not like you're throwing a Pokeball and it will be silent for like for that moment, and then it will start attacking you again afterwards. Like during the time you are trying to tame it, it will still attack you. So you have to tank the damage while trying to gacha. Good old days. But yeah, this card can manifest with your Lu when it counters 2 or more during its first attack step. When manifest or attacks, for each one of your Brave on all of your Lu, destroy one opposing spirit or ultimate with lower PP than this spirit. And then the effect of destroy targets cannot activate. Then level 2-3, when Brave during the player's attack step, for each one of your Brave, it gets plus 3000 BP. Yeah. I guess it kind of checks out. I mean, like, Baphomet, also the thing with Baphomet is also, like, it is one of the first enemy to have, like, an area of effect normal attack, because it has a sight. Like, it's going to attack everyone on sight.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a surprisingly nice tribute to something that doesn't exist in the game. Yeah, I conceptually speaking now, I kind of like this card now. Performance wise, probably not as much, but yeah, concept wise, I kind of like this card.
Yeah, performance wise, I don't really know if we want to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, deck space is already tight enough. You don't really need more.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, most of the time people just play turbo anyway. Just like get to 6 counters and manifest and win, basically. So yeah.
Yeah. So they kinda, as usual, trying to give you kind of like an option to kind of like play a different style. But of course, like why play control on the speed deck, right?
True, yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, you say that, but then like I'm literally trying to make judo control, so
we'll see. But I guess like Suru kind of makes more sense to kind of like make it control, right?
Yeah, because like the thing with judo is that even if it's turbo, it's just like unstable, so which is sad.
Also with Suru, because like she can force activate any burst, I guess then you can also, how to put this, kind of like you kind of like slither through like opposing like defense, right? Kind of like, okay, so if they cannot be affected by spirit, then maybe you can incorporate something that can something like Rachmantis that can pierce defense, for example. Well, it's not
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like with the mono red control decks, then okay, so now if they cannot be destroyed, then you cannot skirt through anything. Except when your main disruption is Lokios or something finally new that has Dragon Shot, then maybe they can talk again. Okay, and then now we have the Kokusei no no Furei. Okay, so basically the previous one is a water spirit, now it's a wind spirit. And then of course, as with the wind spirit, it has a way to pluck core from your necks to be able to summon at a lower cost. So this one can manifest from the very beginning. So quote unquote, kind of like giving it a way to be summoned at a lower cost, at one cost, like without any reduction, and while taking core from your necks, I guess, and then giving you one core in the process. And then
so basically, even if you go first, you can reach 6 counters on your first turn now. So basically, what you do first, you play down next, and then you don't even need to hit 3. You can just hit 1, and then you summon the water spirit, which sends 1 call from next to the void to treat as full reduction. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, you have to go second. My bad. You cannot do that going first. You have to go second. Yeah, you do that. So now you add 2 counters. Then you manifest the wind spirit, depleting the water spirit. And because obviously manifest itself it removes a call from next, so that's another 2 counters. And then you just have to summon the Imagine Brave by sending 2 calls from next to the void, which makes it 1 cost. So that makes you use the last call. And then that adds another 2 counters. So now you're reaching 6 counters on your first turn. And then next turn you can just manifest the Eris,
That is crazy. Yeah, granted it's not going to be every game, but like it's still scary to think that is something that can happen.
Yeah. Which makes another turbo deck. I don't know why. Literally every deck is turbo deck right now.
Yeah, times are tough. You do, because like now if you play control, then you kind of have to have a lot of walls to be going through, especially Gekiha. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day next control can actually work. That's probably also why they are trying to make this like a hard control deck, which is now we have the Gori Gori, which it's a Gori Gorilla, but like why is it? Okay, so it's a mask. I thought like why is it like turning into wolf on like its B side?
No, it's just a mask.
Yeah, it's just a mask. It's a mask that is going downwards. So this was like, why is it turning into a wolf? It's a word gorilla. Wait, how do you even? Because it's a word gorilla wolf. Fuck it, we are talking about like a fantasy creature that doesn't even exist. So unless we make it the reality, actually like a werewolf, but it is not originally a human. It's just another animal. But it turns into a wolf during like the full moon.
How dare you? Are you saying that gorilla isn't human?
Now there's also the backward question. It's like, isn't human an animal?
True.
Exactly.
You got me there. Exactly. Oh no.
Yes. And then it's like the usual. Now it's a Cossack, so of course, like it is way easier to flip this card. So when the spirit attacks, or if it's removed from the field by the opposing effects, if you have a Yumkash, including in Soul State, then this card can flip. When the spirit attacks, once per turn, if you have a Yumkash, add 2 cards from the void to the spirit, so it's Bakugaro. And then if you have the mushroom, if you have 3 or more mushroom, you can heavy access 1 opposing spirit as well. And then at level 2, once per turn, it can refresh itself. So so it's basically Bakugaro in a way. And then when it after it flips, when it attacks, you can bring out one. You can send out one mushroom. If you do so, add one card from the void each to 2 of your mushroom. After that, heavy exhaust one opposing spirit or ultimate. Level 2-3 during the player's attack step. If when your devotee or the fungi family spirit attacks or block, your opponent cannot activate burst effects. Yeah, not too shabby, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at 6, I guess, yeah, not too
Yeah.
shabby. Also, like,
Well, I mean, the fact that it can mix tokens already makes it decent enough, I think.
yeah. Well, yeah, it can bring out its own mushroom.
Yeah, mix its own mushroom.
It can cook.
But I suppose what people would really want is like the level 2 either attack step effect. Yeah.
Yeah. Because at this point it can lock everything but burst. So I was like, okay, so like I was reading like the other fungi is like, okay, so now in the late game, like you cannot use you cannot use this, you cannot use that. Okay, you can still use burst. Okay, then now the gorilla takes care of that as well. So okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess then the point is also why you have to play turbo because if you play against this kind of thing and you get into the late game, good luck trying to survive that.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. And it has a cool mask as well. What not to love? And it's also gorilla.
Wow.
Gorilla. And then now we have one of the new automaton cards, which is Hidoresha. So it's Hidoresha, which is a auto train heavy rain. Oh, I got this puns. Okay, so after the burst triggers after your opponent increases their hand size by effects, by their effects, and then you can return one card from the opposing trash or one opposing spirit to the bottom of the deck. After that, if you have a Yamato Takeru, including in Soul State, add one card from the void to your reserve. After that effect activates, summon this card without paying the cost. And then level 2-3, all of your automaton and 4 soldier spirits gains heavy armor from red, purple, and white. Yay!
Yeah, it's just a very, I don't know, a generically good card, I guess.
Yeah. I guess I mean it's the common white thing of spreading armor, but this one is a burst. And it's a 5 cost. So generally speaking, you will probably want to set it down to kind of increase your core as well. And also cop blocks your opponent. Basically, if you're facing against next, just send that pesky Siegfried that got discarded by the core charge back to the bottom of the deck. And then they wouldn't have to be your problem for the next 10 turns. Probably.
Well, you just hope that they don't have another copy in hand. That's the thing.
Exactly that. And then I also love that the flavor text kind of simply Yamato Takeru is being angry at the Olims. And then say that Mitra is not going to let this through. Ah, yes. The good old pattiness of the old Amahara Grand Walkers. Never get bored.
Well, it's Yamato Takeru.
Oh, yeah, so Yamato Takeru.
Yeah, he's known to be a bit rash with things. Which was why in the original lore, in the original mythology, sorry, that's why he was sent on a expedition by his father because his father was scared of him, basically.
Ah, yes. Just give your child a job somewhere. He's going to be silent, I guess. Trying to make his own thing. Open up a company for him and send him to Malaysia or something. Ah, yes. The good old days.
The good old days.
Yeah, I feel like Amahara Grand Walker that has been revealed so far, aside from Amaterasu, feels like they are like really rushed on how they do things. Like Susanoo just like, okay, you strong, I follow you, and then like Tsukuyomi was like not even like, yep, you don't seem like you are winning, so I'm not going to help you.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And then who else? Do you have like anyone else after that? After that, it's just Amaterasu, and then it's done. Right? I think. Oh, it's then it's Izanagi. Okay, Izanami are chill, but like they're
It's just
children's.
well, it's just like I think those two are like too old to care about stuff. Let's be honest. And they was just like, we just need each other, right, dear? Yeah. I'm just guessing, but I bet that's like how they should be in the lore anyway.
That will be unsurprisingly wholesome for like the most Grand Walkers of the most toxic deck in the game.
Oh god, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Exactly.
But it's also actually pretty complicated as well. Like it took my friend a while to actually get used to it. I literally had to teach him how to play while he was using it against me. It's like, okay, so what do you do now? And then like he's like, I don't know, use this grand skill. No, you don't do that now.
Yeah.
Use the magic in your hand. Use Yomi return, whatever,
Yeah, I mean like it's a very high skill ceiling deck, but like once you get it, it's like, oh my god, how do you even go against this?
Bunga bunga.
Yeah, bunga bunga before they can bunga unga you. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I have to someday like build it. I think because like I really like mid range decks, right? And I guess like it is kind of like the pinnacle of mid range in a way. In a way. And then of course, speaking of like in a way, like speaking of the toxic, we have more moonlight stuff because of course we need more moonlight stuff.
Oh, for freaking hell. Why?
This one gachas for your moonlight cards or your Gekko no Shin-o. Gekko no Shin-o. And then Gekko Manjin. Okay, so I think Gekko Shin-o is the postcards, right? I guess.
It's the I think it's just for Mr. Beat.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, let's see.
Gekko no Shin-o.
72, isn't it?
Yes, it's 72.
Yeah, I think it's literally just for him.
Yeah, basically it only gacha for like the new stuff, and then the rest goes to the bottom.
Yeah, it's only one of them. Yeah.
And then if it's not blocked, then you can activate the when summon effect again, because why not?
Freaking dumb.
Yeah. So basically, what you can do if you think that like playing Artemis stably is so cringe, you just put this guy, and then on your main step, just summon him, gacha for 1, and then attack, and then like give Artemis's Grenfell to it, so that it is not guaranteed, but like it is way harder to block that way. And then now, if it is not blocked, even if your opponent uses something to prevent the damage, as long as it is not blocked, then you can gacha again for Gundam or something. Because why not at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course we have Moonlight. Okay, we have Moonlight Mammoth. So when the summon, for every 2 of your counter, retain 1 opposite spiritual ultimate or bottom. For each one target written by this effect, add 1 card from the void to this spirit because it's a mammoth, so of course it has
any spirit.
Yeah, to any of your spirit. Okay, so it's a mammoth, so of course it gives you a lot of cards, just like Memo Aegis. And then if you play Saga, yes, Memo Aegis originally gives you like way too much cards.
It's like what for each 3 cards to opposing hand, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for every card in the opposing hand. And I think...
Oh, it's every card as well. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there are like one time where my friend like uses Momo Edges in his Artemis deck and like BS44 Artemis. Or 45, I think, because I was using... I was already using Isis at that point, and then I have 8 cards in my hand. So he just casually like takes like 8 cards from the void and then put it on his Momo Edges. And I was like, you just did that.
You did not just fucking do that.
Yeah, you did not just fucking do that in the white deck. And then, of course, if it wins in BP comparison, send 2 cards from the opposing life to the reserve. Yeah. Anyway, we have another 4 soldier, which is Bungoku. So I think it's a common naming convention for a tanuki. Shouju Heki Kihei. Okay.
Choju Kihei Ichigo Bungoku.
Yeah.
Bungoku.
Yeah. So Mirage with 2 costs, 1 blue reduction. When your opponent summons a spirit with an effect, if you have a Yamato Takeru, including in Soul State, add 1 card from the void to your reserve. And then when the spirit is summoned at level 1 or 2, once per turn same name, by paying 2 costs, you open the top 3 cards of your deck, and then from among them, you can add 1 automaton or 4 soldier card to your hand. The rest goes back to the bottom of your deck. Yeah, so I guess starting from Dramaru, they are starting a trend of like cost 0 spirit that you can pay like extra to kind of like make it a God Seeker kind of. Which I guess also like the assumption is that you will be able to, you will be summoning this after the Grand Walker, I guess. But I guess in the case of Yamato Takeru, then you are kind of like given the choice, like, okay, you can summon this and then have a body after you deploy a Yamato Takeru, or you can pay 2 and then like deploy him maybe next turn. Probably not the wisest idea, but yeah, it's something that you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I suppose actually no, the Mirage effects. I guess the Mirage effects kind of good as well. Because like obviously includes manifest. But I don't know.
Wait, is Yamato Takeru contracted to done, or did I read that wrongly?
What?
Then ada flavor text.
Flavor text.
Yeah, Danto Maru Keyaku shita Yamato Takeru no Maru ga hajimaru.
Hangeki ga hajimaru. Danto. I don't know how you pronounce that by itself. It's keyaku shita. Yamato Takeru no. I think it just means like make a contract with Yamato Takeru, and then their revolt begins against some kinds of anime. I don't know. I haven't read the recent lore.
Yeah, we have to catch up now. And while we are catching that up, we have Fukurok. Okay, so it's another 4 soldier, which is more kind of like also like I think also the trend with like the light novel mecha to kind of like make it a little bit heavier, kind of just to say that the main character is so strong that they don't need to move as much.
Yeah.
So when it is summon or attacks, you can return 1 card from the opposing trash to the bottom of the deck. After that, once per turn, you can deploy 1 white or blue nexus from the family devotee, automaton, or 4 soldier with by paying 1 cost. And then the rebirth condition is when it is level 2. When your counter is 2 or higher, when this spirit is removed from the field by the opponent, if you have a Yamato Takeru, you can flip the spirit. And then become the next is Kihei Hakaba. That's the graveyard of the Force Soldier. Okay. When it rebirths, you can draw 2. If you do so, return 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. And then level 2, during opposing attack step, this effect does not duplicate. When all cards in your trash has the family Devotee, Automaton, Force Soldier, or Grand Walker, your opponent must pay one core from their reserve to the trash to attack, basically. Yeah, so the usual blue gating effect. Gatekeeping, yeah. Attacking is cringe. Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, how do I put this? Like, the condition is quite heavy, but I guess, like, considering that it comes from, like, a dying searcher, I guess that's kind of okay, I guess. Like, okay, so you search. Well, it's not search, actually. It's a free deployment.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a free deployment, but, like, you deploy stuff for, like, cheaper, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see what Nexus can deploy as we...
Well, yeah, the fact that it can deploy Devotee as well means it's kind of like semi-generic.
Oh yeah, it can deploy the Blue World. Oh wait, the Blue World.
True, yeah.
Yes. Well.
Oh god.
Wait, do they have Devotee? Oh yeah, they do. They have the Devotee.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the whole reason of like revival them. Yeah.
Exactly. Nice. Yeah, so I guess that's not bad. You can basically just onto your turn 2, then you can basically just pay 2. Well, I guess after you summon it, then you don't really need it. But yeah, I guess like it's also like the trash locking in a way, right? I guess that's still not bad. Also, like given that when it flips, you get to change your hand as well, which is not going to be bad. Also, you basically draw 1.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we have the return of like the prefectural nexus. We have the number 2 Long Island X. Going to be a nice cocktail. No, it's going to be a searcher. So when this nexus is deployed, you open the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you can add one of the Soul Dragon that is open from that. And then if your counter is 8 or more, instead of summoning it, you can pay 1 to... instead of adding it to your hand, you can pay 1 cost to summon it. The rest of the card costs are discarded. And then during your attack step, once per turn, when your Soul Dragon is blocked, you can return your Soul Core to one of your Spirit with the family Rekka. When you do so, send 1 core from the opposing life to the reserve. You may do that, so yeah. If you don't want to trigger anything at the moment, then you can choose to not shoot the core as well. Yeah, very situational, but also like when it happens, it will be very annoying.
I mean, it's 1 cost taking for Soul Dragon. You got like a symbol on the field as well, which I think makes it pretty good. But like, I suppose the argument is that like you might be playing too many Nessuses, because also like, you'll probably be playing 3 contract Rekka and then 3 revival Rekka, and then also like 3 of like the castle from before. Yeah, and then
yeah. Then I guess it's probably going to be either the castle or Long Island.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Do you want a castle or do you want a nice cocktail? That is
nice
the question.
Right, okay, yeah. Oh my god, took me a while.
Yeah. And then we have a card from the Feachum. It's for Nyx, but it looks quite nice. So let's see. Fair to you. Okay, once per turn, discard in your hand. Okay, so during your main step, by sending one card from your next to the void, you can summon this card in your hand by paying 2 costs. Then when the summon or destroyed, you can draw 1 card. During either player's attack step, when your other Darkling Spirit is summoned, send 1 card from the opposing field to the reserve. I guess it's fine.
It's like, yeah, it's alright. It's not very good.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
So do you get the magazine? I guess no. If you already buy the magazine, then I guess you can get it. Kinda want it just for my collection. Hopefully they reprint this somewhere where she can be a foil. Don't know, like the purple on black is never, like, rarely go badly. So yeah.
Purple what?
Purple on black, yeah.
Right. Yeah, true, yeah.
So yeah. Hopefully, one day she'll be reprinted in a set where you can get her easily as a foil.
Well, she has to be useful first, but yeah.
I guess, yeah. But you know what else is going to come with purple on black? Well, actually, no, it's a gold on purple, because we have Ultimate Mugen Dragon falling to the Netherworld and becoming a purple ultimate in the upcoming BS74. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think it's time for Dionysus to come, or will this be a second coming of Imaginate?
Who knows? Yeah, well, people are saying that, like, it's possible that, like contract they might have contract Dionysus, and then it's gonna be like a whole new deck, kind of like a Rahorati kind of thing. Cause like there are like what other hints? What was it? Yeah, oh yeah, basically this one. Yeah, Mugen is like the hints. Like, okay, so you're giving like a purple. Oh my god, ultimate.
Yep.
I just dropped my mic. So like you're basically giving like a purple ultimate, but then like you know where do you use it? And obviously, not to mention, like Mugen literally has the name Nether, which is what Dionysus uses. So people are thinking that like they might give Dionysus a new deck, which is which is mainly purple zombie ultimate kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So also checks out, because like the old Dionysus deck, for what it is, like the deck is quote unquote already complete in a way. It's kind of like you can't really improve it any further.
I mean, you kind of can, but not a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, not to justify like giving it like a whole new kit kind of thing. Kind of you have to give it like a whole new stuff.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how Mugen will be fitting inside this world. Because next up we do have Mudo in red. So we had red and the red Ultimate Mugen Dragon going to purple, and then now we have Mudo in purple going to red. I wonder what the last one will be. Hopefully it will have wings, white wings. But in yellow. Hard copy him right now. We only have one slot left basically. Please let it be Isis, but it's going to be a hard ask because we just had Morrigan. But yeah, Mudo in red. I feel like I've seen the green Big Bang column, and then now I feel like it's kind of hard to be optimistic now. But I guess probably going to be his effect is probably going to be somewhere in the line of like destroy any a number of opposing spirits, and then like their core will go to the trash instead. I guess that still kind of works. still a really strong effect. And
true. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, and it still kind of lives into like what Mudo is doing, which is basically just removing the access to the course, right? Because like even after Soul Draft, Mudo can still like send 3 cores from the reserve to the trash, which hurts a lot. After you remove like every other one in the field to the void, and then now you remove the one on the trash as well. So it's like, and the reserve to the trash as well. So it's like, okay, we have to draw a line here. But yeah, we'll see what Red will bring to Mudo.
Yeah, actually, some people are saying that like it's probably gonna be another new deck because obviously again ultimate.
Oh yeah,
and then like you look at the design and then like people saying, "Is Lava Fish finally getting support?"
It's Lava Fish because like I guess like the next one will be Mitra, right? From like the art and also like because the name Mitra was referenced, and I think Mitra was also
true.
a
Yeah,
like a South American deity.
True. Yeah, possible. Yeah.
Okay, so Mitra is a figure with roots in ancient Persian religion. Okay, fuck. I just made played Persona once and I thought I knew everything. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. I apologize if I misappropriate mythology. But next up we do have
cultural appropriation.
No. And then we have the Mad is Ink. Or the Mad is Ink. I think it's supposed to be some. I mean, like it's a primordial card, so it's probably
Muddy Swing.
Muddy Swing. Muddy Swing. I see. Muddy Swing. Yeah, that made sense.
Yeah.
During this turn, one opposing spirit ultimate. During this turn, when you deplete an opposing spirit ultimate or nexus, if your hand is 6 or less, you can draw one card. Flash. Send all cards from an opposing spirit or ultimate or nexus to the reserve until they only have 1. Okay, so this is Mitra.
Maybe.
I think I remember one of your friends on Twitter, like he commented that when he saw this poster, it feels like something out of like a PowerPoint in his uni in Japan. So I was like, oh, it kind of checks out. And like, why do they suddenly like? I guess probably because it's still like early in the development, right? Probably they don't have like this logo design for it yet, but it does looks like really like formal PowerPoint levels design.
It's like I don't know though, cause like it's weird because like you see how like the icons are like at the back of his palm, which is like I think which is how all the Mayan groundwalkers have. Let me try to find one. Tezcatlipoca. Why do I look up the name with the most difficult spelling?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's like those ones are like on the back of their hands. So like this is probably not Mitra because like Mitra isn't Mayan at all.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like then it kind of backs the question: who?
Yeah, it's most likely going to be an Ulrika Groundhogger as well. So we'll
Ulrika, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like and Ulrika that's like, representing the sun and the moon. Like, whoa, that sounds like a big god. But then like who then?
Wait, I know this from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Go ahead.
Because we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, but the thing is, I only know like the sun and the moon like individually. So we'll have I'll have to look again later if they do have kind of like a combined deity kind of thing.
I mean, they probably do, yeah.
Because like one of the nice thing about like the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki is they do have like this kind of like trivia page where so in Incan mythology, Inti's son was Manco Capac, which has a card version about immortal Capac Apu, the first king of Cusco, and his wife was the moon goddess Mama Quila, which also has a card version Moon Dragon Quila.
I see.
Yeah, so it's so the sun is supposed to be Inti, and then the moon is Quila. So maybe it's going to be Kapak Apu. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
No. Kapak Apu is the name of the Yu-Gi-Oh card. So it's the deity name is Kapak. Manco Kapak. Kapak. Probably I'm going to pronounce that wrongly. So if you know the correct pronunciation, let us know. But yeah, when I was referring to like the PowerPoint level of design, it's not the card art itself. It's basically like how they like play, like the text in this image is like, yeah, why has they always been this formal with how they do their text? But yeah, it is what it is. Probably this is still like really early in the development, so they kind of just okay. So we have the art. This is what the big guys approve. So like, let's just show this as this. Yeah, and we are finally in our we are finally in our Biju Chuai. Wait, why do I feel like an Mandela effect? Have we talked about this stone before, or was it just my feeling?
I think we might have talked about it briefly, yeah.
Yeah. Because like of course we do have like Return of the Mega Grandstone now being able to unleash itself when your counter is 4 or more. And then level 1 it's basically a 1 reduction at 2 cost 1 reduction for all of your Prism Wing cards. And also during the opposing attack step it grows to 3 yellow symbol. Which because it's a Grandstone, it means you have like a really pretty much a permanent yellow symbol, because at this point there's no way to kind of touch the opposing Grandstone Nexus. Okay, and then
it's 2-1 as well.
Yeah. And then I realized something quite nice on their part, because when you rebirth it, instead of like moving everything until the stone only has 1 left, you remove everything until the current level 1 limit for this card, basically.
Yeah, so you won't have the situation where you're facing Nyx and you can never rebirth it, kind of thing.
Exactly. Fuck you, Nyx. I have to sorry, it got the better of me, but yeah. Also, she is a concluser, so she has a release on Rebirth, which you can move 1 card from your Yellow Grandwalker Nexus to this spirit. By doing so, during this turn, this spirit is unaffected by opposing effects, and all of your spirit cannot be blocked. That's 2 symbol, and then from Morrigan she can be 3 as well. So yeah, whether you want to flip her early or not, it still can be quite much a threat. And then because she will be increasing her core by 1 anyway, when she attacks afterwards, you can add 2 cores from the void to your Grandwalker Nexus. Your yellow only Grandwalker Nexus. Okay, so you add 2 to 1. Okay. Reading is hard. When you do so, once per game, same name, if your counter is 5 or more, until the end of your next turn, even if your life becomes 0 or your deck is 0, you do not lose the game. which pretty much gives you a quote-unquote extra turn, but your opponent can do something while you are doing that. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a nice way to kind of like introduce extra turn to other colors as well, not giving it just blatantly the same thing, just Judgment Dragon but in yellow.
True, yeah.
Also, this is yellow. You'll figure something out.
True.
Yeah. Also, like the fun thing, right? Like if you can somehow like fit this in like other decks as well. Because like also like the only condition for the Grandstone to increase its score, so for its unleash effect, is by playing a Prism Wing or a Celtica flash effect. So you can pretty much use like the Prism Wing magic, I guess, in a way. Especially since there's one that is not, well, it has been revealed in like the radio show, but they haven't shared us the high quality image yet, so we have to wait for that of like the new Arthur, which also looks pretty solid. But it's like really, like the one from the radio show was very, very blurry, so it's not just that I don't want to show the image from the radio show, but it's also really blurry. I cannot read it. Yeah. Just also, yeah, which is pretty nice. I guess like it's very simple but like very effective kind of card. So it's probably going to be like three Morrigan, 3 Crownstone pretty much.
Yeah. And like the thing is like, cause like to be fair, your deck doesn't even have to be Prism Wing, cause Morrigan can also core charge with Devotee.
Yeah.
So it means you can just use the contrast skill and that will still stack calls on your Grandstone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was like also like the other point that I wanted to bring when I say that you can mix it. So because basically then with Zuru, you can basically just use Moonlight Punish to refill your deck and then use other effects to heal yourself. And then now even if your deck is 0 and your life is 0 when you get your turn back, then you can get another turn if you somehow can use that one turn to refill yourself basically. Yippee. And then of course, speaking of Morrigan, we do have another Prism Wing. Cost to Spirit, Kujuku Ishi no Ho Yo Seijo Makara. Okay, so she has a mirage with 2 cost, 1 yellow reduction during your attack step. While your Prism Wing Spirit are attacking, the opponent cannot end the attack step by effects. And then during either player's attack step at level 1 to 3, when your Morrigan activates their contract skill, and this card returns to the hand, for each one of your counter, the cost of this card is treated as +1. So yeah, more attacks. Yay. Because then you can just return your cost 3, summon Makara, and then return Makara to summon anything that has 2 plus your counter from your hand. -1. Or lower. Yeah, in which if you use in which if you use Morrigan's contract skill, and it means like 3 or lower, so you can just resummon the spirit that you return with the first Morrigan. I suppose.
I mean, what it means is that like you basically have no upper limit, because as long as you can stack counters, you basically have like a spirit with a higher and higher cost. So then like eventually you can just basically bounce, but more like you can summon any Prism Wing spirit from your hand.
Yeah.
And then like at the bottom of the chain, you can just summon the spirit back in, because like she's cost 2 in hand. So like this card is like unironically pretty damn good actually.
Yeah.
The only downside is like she does nothing else besides that.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just basically your pinch hitter.
She's like she has like a mirage effect, so it's like I think it's like a 2 copies thing. Where like if you can get her, then like good for you, but then like if not, then it doesn't really matter either way kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like I think the deck is going to be kind of like a turbo as well. So like, yeah, if she is there, even better. If not, then fuck it. We roll anyway.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the deck, I don't think Prism Rain can really be turbo. Like, it looks pretty slow so far, not gonna lie.
Ah, yeah. We'll have to see. Morgan ni Kertika no, Shin Kertika no, Toato Keyakushi, Ru no, ga, su, Amahara ni yatte kuru. Wait, so they are attacking Amahara as well. Are they?
I don't know.
There's too much kanji that I cannot read.
Morrigan wa Celtica no Groundwalker. Celtica no... I can't... the image is so small. Celtica no ha... no... no ha wo utae. Toa to no keiyaku wo hoshii. Lu no seishi mo kikikazu. Amahara ni yatte kuru.
Okay. So I think...
So, right. So, Morrigan is the Groundwalker of Celtica and is famous for her strength. For being the strength and dominance of Celtica. She wants to have a contract with Toa. And without listening to Luke's warning, she decides to attack Amahara. Something like that. Yeah.
Yes. So she has the Shiva, but like if Brahma cannot stop Shiva.
Basically, yeah. Kinda.
Yes. And of course, like the quote-unquote strongest Grand Walker is a class guy. Because why not? Yes. And then we have another new magic, Spirit Prism Wing. Have we told everyone that we called this? No, just kidding. But we are right, Ayumu. Again. This card is also treated as magic. Flash during this turn, and 3 opposing spirit or ultimate get PP minus 7,000. After that, retain all PP 0 targets to the pot of the deck, and then after this effect activates, one spirit the same name, summon this card without paying the cost. And then when this card attacks or blocks, during this turn, one opposing spirit or ultimate get minus 10,000. It destroyed if it becomes 0, and you draw 2 cards from the deck. Wow, it is quite amazing that now we are at the level where 4 costs minus 7,000 magic targets 1, and then with just 1 more cost you target 3.
Yeah, and then you get an extra body as well.
Yeah, and then if that minus 7,000 doesn't finish them, then she can finish the job herself. What a chat. That's why Morrigan is like the strongest Grand Walker, because like even her spirits is like, yep, was my attack not strong enough? Okay, I'm going to do the rest. No problem. I'm going to take accountability. What chats? So Morrigan sama no inochi da kono tatakai wa bokura ga haishin suru. I see. Okay, and then we have another yellow magic, a magic spirit right after. So this one, okay, so the last one was Purshirko, and then this one is Morgana. Yeah, yep. So yep. So at 4 costs, during this turn, one opposing spirit or ultimate cannot attack or block. So yeah, it's still kind of like it can stop an opponent from blocking as well, and it gives you another body to attack as well. So still pretty nice. And then when the spirit attacks, you can add 1 card from the void to your yellow Grand Walker Nexus. After that, during this turn, one opposing spirit or ultimate cannot block. Yes. Just stop everyone from doing anything. And she is pink.
She's pink.
Yeah. This is going to be... I'm going to spend time to do all this, probably. And of course, and then of course, because Hunter Beast got their manifest, Time Crown also get their manifest. So manifesting from Chronos when your counter is 1 or more. Once per turn, when this spirit is removed from the field by opposing effects, by reducing one of your or the opposing counter by 1, it stays on the field in refresh position. And then during either player's attack step, when the opposing spirit or ultimate attacks or blocks, you can add 1 core from the void to your Grand Walker with Chronos in its name.
Kind of okay. I guess you got. I don't know. I don't know. You really need that. I think you have enough.
Yeah, I don't think so. Don't think you need this either. Feels like quite convoluted. And I think like for something that whose like main value is to be sticking on the board, like the status is a little bit too low. Like I guess yeah.
I mean, I think it depends on like what's the word, like how many chronos you have on the field at that moment, kind of thing.
I guess so.
Cause like you know, when that's the case, then maybe you get more value from that.
Maybe, but we'll see. Probably we are not going. This is probably going to be the last time we'll see this guy unless we do a box opening in which I am pretty sure this guy will like show up a lot.
Because your luck is shit.
And then next up we have Gun Suwaito, which is another manifest for Morrigan, which can manifest herself when you have 4 or more counter during the player's attack step. When she manifests or attacks, you can retain 1 Prism Wing magic card from your trash. Oh wait, no, it's not written. So you can play the flash effect of 1 Prism Wing magic card from your trash without paying the cost right after. So you activate it immediately. And then during your attack step at level 2 or 3, when your other spirit is not blocked, refresh the spirit. Yeah. So yeah, if you have 2 and then they are equipped to fly back home, then basically, even if your opponent cannot end the attack step, then you can basically just mail them out. In a way, yeah, I guess. There is bound to be a way for you to be able to do that. Yeah.
What do you mean mail them out?
No, basically you equip them with like reticle arms or something. So even if your opponent plays like a diamond wall,
right.
Then if you have 2, then you can basically just do it.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
No, I was just kidding. I just realized that she has at 6-2, so it's like it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's like okay, like you may be able to bring like 1 of her out. Like I guess it's kind of still have a value because you can kind of like okay, then she can basically like become any Prism Wing magic. Like I guess like depending on what Prism Wing magic that we are going to get. Like especially like in like not just this set but like in the next sets as well. Like I guess then there might be a point of time in which okay, so you have like enough Prism Wing magic that is probably going to be like useful in like one situation. So then she can basically like use she can be kind of like your toolbox. So like you can just have the magic in your trash, then you can use like any of them, like depending on the situation basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess like the level 2-3 effect is kind of just a bonus. I don't think like you will be, even if you like incorporate it into your deck, it's not going to be like the main focus. It's mostly just for the when manifest, I think. Yeah. And she's
Yeah.
pink.
And she's pink.
Important. And then of course next up we have a Rebirth Brave. That has been a while since we have a Rebirth Brave. So this one is a cost 3 2 reduction without symbol. Its sole purpose in life is to give you 1 counter, and also allows any of your Rekka spirit to target opposing spirit to attack. So you can send your favorite spirits like Dramaru or Ikusatokage to send themselves to your opponent. Send them to Oyashima just to send a message.
Oh yeah, I just realized. Yeah, you can brave with the Dramaru as well.
Exactly. Yeah, so basically, I think on your first turn, you can summon Dramaru, pay 2, and pay. Oh no. If you go second, you can summon Dramaru, pay 2 to search, and then you pay 1 to deploy Yukimura, and then you will still have 1 for this brave. And then you can ram Dramaru into your opponent. I guess also like with a plus 5,000, and even Dramaru can still kill something. I guess like in the first turn.
Well, on the first turn, yeah.
So still,
I mean, the fact that you can recycle the 7 also gain 1 counters already makes it really good. To be fair,
yeah.
Cause like also on the other hand, you're basically just paying 1 cost for an extra counter. You know, which is always nice to have, right? So yeah.
And also like the B side gives you a draw and destroy a nexus as well.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
So like I said that as a joke, but like in like some turns, like ramming your Dramaru or your Ikusatokage with this brave is probably going to be a strat.
Yeah.
Yep. Basically just to take, like if you have dug everything and then you still don't find your Soul Dragon, and then you are pretty much confident that your next draw is going to be Soul Dragon, just ram your Dramaru into a high PP spirit, and then flip this brave, and then you can get another draw. And then if your counter is 5 or more once, but it can refresh as well. So like it can draw another one just for another chance. Because why not?
Just to send a message.
Exactly. And then we have the Shiryu, so which is the Lion Dragon Emperor fresh weapons, Leon Sword and Howl Shield, which is Lu's new weapon that comes from our good old friend Leo Howl.
It's probably more like they slaughter Leo Howl just to make this.
Probably, because also like usually with Saga Braves, usually they for like the lower end Saga Braves, they will put like the spirit that uses the brave like on the back, and it's definitely not like a Leo Howl. So like, yep, someone definitely did continue the trend from like the Dragno spirits that they hunt like the older spirits and then like make them into weapons. Yes, good to see that the tradition has not ended, even though the Dragno is finally like out of the picture. Yeah, so it can brave to any martial with cost 4 or higher, and then when this spirit braves, when spirit braves attack, when brave during the player's attack step, it has a flash effect once per turn. They destroy 1 opposite spirit or ultimate with lower PP than this spirit, and then when you cannot destroy, add 1 core from the void to your red Grand Walker Nexus. And then as a Saga Brave, it can be equipped to Lu, as of course. And then it will give it a contract field that prevents Lu from being destroyed, and his score cannot be less than 3 because of the opponent.
Pretty decent addition for sure, yeah.
Yeah. That's like maybe like a 1 or 2 off, but like still pretty decent. Like it deserves some slot, I
Probably
guess.
2, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like also like because the destruction effect is like if you equip this to Lu, then like all of your attacking spirit basically has like the flash effect as well, right?
True, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess like we have been talking about like why like the control red doesn't work as well as like the other ones, but like I guess like if you have like 5 spirits that can all activates this like individually, because like it like now that I read it, like you don't even require like the spirit are not even required to attack, and then they all like get this effect from Lu. Yeah, so like basically if you have 5 spirit, then you have like 5 chances to kind of like play this effect to kind of like control your opponent's board, which is pretty neat. Or like you can just add more counters and then like search more, because why not? Take your deck. Finally something good. And then next up, yep.
Nothing. Go on.
And then of course we have the Chido Elevator Gandata. So we have the Auto Elevator Gandata. So it's a automaton nexus. It can flip at the beginning of your attack step by sending 1 core from your Yamato Takedo to this nexus to flip. During the opposing turn, once per turn same name, when your opponent opposing hand increases by their effect. If you have a Yamato Takeru, add 1 card from the void to this nexus. If you do so, you can return 1 card from the opposing trash to the bottom of their deck. And then after it flips to a constant spirit, by the way. When it reverts once per turn same name, for each 4 of your counter, you open 1 card from the top of the opposing deck, up to 3. You can add any number of those cards to the opposing open zone. The rest goes to the bottom of their deck. And then for each card that you send to the open zone by this effect, you draw 1. Which means in a white-blue deck, if you wanted to, you can draw 3 cards, because why not? And then during your attack step, while your automaton or 4 soldier spirit are attacking, your opponent cannot end the attack step by effects as well. Wow. It has also
Wow.
wow. Which can be annoying, because like okay, so it feels like you are giving your opponent like plus while you are like drawing yourself, right? But don't forget that the concluder can return those card packs to the deck anyway, so that doesn't really matter apparently.
Yeah, but I think like this card is only really the most useful when you can reach 8 counters. Because then like you can also like trigger Takeru's effect by returning cards to the bottom. Because if you only have 4 counters, you can only put 1 to the remove zone. So then you either want to get the draw 1 or you want to trigger the other effects, and you have to choose. But I suppose it still makes it pretty good. I think like if you want to flip it, it's mostly for the level 2 effect. You know, the can't end attack step effect. Yeah.
Which is still pretty neat. So yeah, and it's a ship as well. What not to love?
It's an elevator.
It's an elevator. It's a sentient elevator. Oh no. Imagine what is more terrifying in space: space debris or sentient elevator. You decide.
I think I'm watching a war to know.
Exactly. And then of course we have Wasuraruru Suiken. Was it?
Forgotten Spring.
Yeah, Forgotten Spring. So once per turn, same name, discard in your trash. If you have a Nyx, if the core on your Nyx reduces, you can pay 1 cost to deploy it. And then level 1-2, when opposing spirit or ultimate exhausts, you can draw 1 card. Oh my god, it's Netherworld Thefts. Then during either player's main step, your opponent can during either player's main step, when a spirit has a core move onto it other than when it is summoned, exhausted. I think like someone I think like someone pointed out that it's kind of like a anti-for Lu in a way.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, because like Lu kind of wants you to manifest in the main step, and more like if they don't do the manifest effect, then it's kind of useless. So yeah, it literally counts as Lu. But then again, Lu is also red, so there are ways to destroy the Nessus first before they want to do that.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not the worst.
Exactly.
But like the fact that you can just pay 1 cost to deploy it is stupid crazy.
Yeah. And it's also like exhausting by anything, by the way. So like if your opponent has a deck that kind of like requires them to exhaust themselves to activate effects, Silver Whale, so you can draw 1 as well. So yeah. Silver Whale 3 times, you draw 3. What a deal. Yeah, yeah, probably going to be at most like 1-off, but yeah, I was just happy, I guess, for the in bracket sarcasm, to see Netherworld Thefts back in the game. And then next up we have a Binding Fungus. We have Binding Fungus. Now they're pretty much on the face, Binding Fungus. So now the mushroom is going to be used to trap stuff. I would argue that the art would have been more threatening if they used the Chihuahua, but I guess the wolf works as well. Yeah, still like the thing like the Corgi is still like the scariest fungi spirit in existence so far.
I won't deny.
Yeah. So as usual, if it is discarded from your deck for the core charge of your Yumkash, it can be added to the hand. When you do so, you can create 1 mushroom token, just like Brahma, basically kind of like Generator Flame. So you can make 1 token instead. Why do I remember Generator Flame being able to make tokens? That would be a spoiler, so I would not be saying anything further, but if the video goes according to plan, you will be able to see it next week anyway. So yeah, and then Flash during as usual, heavy exhaust 1 opposing spirit, the usual cost for green control card, and then by exhausting 3 of your fungus, this card goes back to your hand, because why not? So you can do it again. Yay!
Yippee!
Yippee! I mean, it's pretty standard, I guess. I guess the return one kind of like gave me a whiplash for a second there, and it's done.
I'm actually kind of glad that like the first effect it doesn't just do the generic +1 call to your Groundwalker, but instead make a fungus token.
Yeah.
Which actually makes it so much better because like it's literally what the deck needs more than the calls.
Yeah. Also, if you use the contract skill, you kind of have. I think you need 2 cores to create 1 token, right? So basically, like instead of like gaining one core, you basically get like a value of like 2 cores added.
Oh, true. Yeah. You're right. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like, yeah, that's probably why it's even nicer. And then of course we have the Gecko Seiki Megaira Oda. Okay, so Okay, so I thought that first, like the Gekoshino would be like something that is going to be plastered on the postcards, but I guess the pair earlier was not supposed to summon your postcards. I guess not to summon Gandok and Megai Rode, but like yeah, I guess like Gandok at this point was too strong that I read Megai Roda's effect, and it's on its own, it's quite okay, but like when you compare it to Gandok, then yeah, I guess there's no way you would want to choose this card on top of like any existing machine piece for that matter.
It's yeah, like I'm honestly kind of confused with the level 2 effect. Cause like why I mean by the time you can summon this thing, you should be reaching over 6 counters already anyway. And does Artemis really need more than 5 counters? So I was like, what? Huh? What's the point?
Yeah.
I do not understand.
Yeah, or is this a premonition that for the next saga brief? We'll see.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's basically forcing you to play more Saga Braves, yeah. Well, basically Moonlight Demon God, yeah.
Or maybe they will add like kind of like a new, like like the previous contractor Saga Brave. Then maybe Artemis will be doing something like, yeah, just like the usual symbol thing of like increase the symbol by 1. Like your spirit can already handle like the other things, so like just increase its symbol and they can do the rest.
Oh, I see. Okay, actually, now that you mention it, makes sense then.
Yeah, if they added the new Saga Brave, then yeah, maybe.
No. Actually, no, you don't even need to do that.
Oh.
So by activating the contrast skill, all your machine beasts get an extra symbol. Okay,
Oh. Oh, right. Because it only stays for that step. And normally you can only activate it during your main step.
Yeah, but now you can do it in the attack step as well. So everyone plus 1 more symbol. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now I see why. Yeah, why you might. Okay, so I see the niche, but like yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still think aiming for Gundog is probably better.
Yep. Oh yeah, there's no competition there. Like Gundog is like infinitely better than this card.
True.
Yeah, and like even like because like the level 1, 2, 3 effect kind of like wants you to kind of like play a little bit more aggressively, but at that point just play Kernea, I guess, or Unicorn Taker at that point. You care that much.
Actually no, Kernea is a shout. Yeah.
Or just use Kernea to summon this guy out, because why not?
And yeah, I mean, yeah, technically you can gacha this guy out, but if you don't, it just kind of breaks in hands. So I don't know, to be fair. Like Gundog's already expensive enough. I don't really want another high cost spirit, not gonna lie.
Yep. Fair. And yeah, do you even need other spirits other than Lesser Panda? Really? Like Lesser Panda is kind of like your one-stop shop for anything. Cause like I all like stuff like Lesser Panda and like Onyo Child. I was like, oh yeah, so while it is refresh, it is not affected, and then like so what's the problem now? And then I remember one time I have like 1 life left, and then my opponent only has like Onyo Child, and then like, okay, so the Onyo Child has the soul core, it cannot attack, and then he just throws a magic, use the soul core to pay for it, and then now the Onyo Child can attack. So I was like,
GG.
What the fuck just happened? I got killed by an Onyo Child.
Sucks to be you.
Exactly. And then I thought that I have learned from that, and then like I played against my friend, and then he was like playing Artemis, and then he was still like trying to get used to the deck, and then after that I break, and then he was like, okay, so I need one more attack. He need one more attack to finish me, and then I was like, and then we were both like, okay, so he has like one Lesser Panda left, but like Lesser Panda is unaffected while it is refresh, so there's no way he used it to attack me, and then I lost. I literally got creamed by the Lesser Panda. What the fuck?
Lol.
And speaking of the Lesser Panda, next up we have our other favorite friend making its return, the Blue World. Also, as usual, the old good old Blue World can flip itself when either player's life is reduced, and then when it is deployed, it can remove all cards from all opposing Grandwalker Nexus to the Void. So now what is different is, instead of like negating like a one summon effect, it negates the use of card outside of the opposing flash timing. The cost is of course changed to exhausting one of your devotee or conclusive spirit. Blue only, by the way. But yeah, you can basically negate stuff like Burst Wall or like Burst Flame. It's basically all the stuff that activates outside of the flash timing. And then when it is flipped, you can destroy one opposing spirit, or now it is previously I think you can destroy any Grandwalker Nexus or like I think like just anyone Grandwalker Nexus, but now it is limited to cost 4 or lower. So if they have a Saga Brave, then most likely they cannot be touched. Because I think like most Saga Brave costs at least 3. So they should be safe. And then you do have the restoration as usual, and then the last effect, just like the old one, prevents all of your blue devotee or conclusive spirit from being destroyed in BB comparison. Yeah. So I guess then that's another case of like just kind of like the yellow world. Like there will be cases in which like the old one will be more viable. I guess like especially if you're playing the origin control, maybe like for something like Chronos, then you'll still prefer like the old one.
Yeah. It definitely depends. Yeah.
Yeah, which is quite nice. A nice touch there.
But then like well, depending on the meta, I think like this one's certainly better. Cause like the old one targets non-primal, which means it doesn't destroy the major ones. Like I don't know, Izanagi.
Oh yeah, because like also Izanami, they are not unaffected by anything that costs 4 or less.
Yep. Well, cost 5 or less.
5 or less even. Jesus.
Yeah, cause that's why Shinji can't touch it. Yeah.
Yeah, but now we have the blue eccentric god to manhandle the couple.
Basically, yeah.
To tentacle handle the couple, basically, yeah.
I was not going to say that, but sure.
Yes. And speaking of tentacle handling, we do have absorption coming up next for the Prism Wing. So it is a burst that activates after the opponent opposing when summon or when descent effect resolves, which allows you to summon or deploy a Prism Wing Spirit or Nexus card from your hand without paying the cost. After that, you can pay the cost to pay the do the flash timing as usual, in which for 4 cost 3 reduction, you can give one opposing spirit or ultimate minus 10,000. If the BP becomes 0, you draw 1 from the deck. Pretty standard yellow stuff, but it's minus 10,000 now. Yes, how time flies.
Yep, 4 minus 3. Minus 10,000.
Yeah. Which also not limited to Prism Wing, so even if it's not going to make the cut in this set, might be something that you can play with like other Magic Focus combo deck as well.
I mean, depends. Don't forget the Remedy also exists.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
then Remedy doesn't target ultimates, I think.
Yeah. Which means the revival of World Traveler Ramdiel is going to target ultimates probably. Hopefully.
Well, if they ever get one, yeah.
Yeah. Copium in the next ISIS support.
Lol.
Yeah. And then of course we have the Prodigal Son, the one that doesn't, for some reason, is not included in Burning Legacy, the Soul Dragon 10. Which can manifest from Yukimura at the counter 5 or more. And it's, for whatever it is, it has a lot of text and it's really hard to read, but let's read it one by one. So when it manifests, you can choose one soul burst in your trash. You can either add it to your hand or set it. After that, you can force activate your set soul burst. And then after that effect resolves, you can compare BP of this spirit with two opposing spirit, up to the opposing spirit. And then the usual thing of like the spirit with the same or like lower PP will be destroyed. And then at level 2, 3, 4, at the beginning of your attack step, or when this spirit destroys an opposing spirit or ultimate, you can flip the spirit into Burning Soul Dragon X. And then when rebirth once per turn same name, you can return all cores from your trash. All cores from your trash to this spirit, like the usual Burning Soul Dragon stuff. And then of course it has the Renjin Rekka, so the consecutive plate Rekka. So when the spirit attacks, you can target any number of opposing spirit or ultimate and battle them at the same time. When you do so, at the end of the battle, during this battle, the cores on the targets cannot be moved. And then at level 2, 3, 4, during when the spirit attacks, at the end of the battle, send two cores on the opposing alive to the reserve. Yeah, that's a mouthful. But it can be secretly pretty crazy because I think people have been pointing out that you can use the manifest effect to reset Wish 10 from your trash and then activate its burst to end the opposing turn.
And then you can do it again next turn.
Yeah. It's just crazy. The more
people are already thinking about lots of crazy combo with it. Yeah, that's probably the best one you can go with. And then like the B-side itself is also pretty crazy. You know, the fact you can challenge the whole board all at once. And then what people are saying is that there's a really old purple brave back in Constellation Saga called Hatchbulk. And what it says is that during its attack, all calls on the destroyed spirits goes to the void.
Oh my god, that's getting even worse as we are speaking. What the fuck?
Yeah, and because it's like a change sent to destination effect. So it doesn't really matter if like the spirit isn't affected. You can still send them to void.
Oh my goodness. Probably going to be like really hard to pull off, but like damn if you can pull that off, man.
I mean, it's not really that hard to pull off. Like people are already thinking of like a rat control deck using Big Dipper to just pull the brave out. The rat Big Dipper, of course. Yeah, which makes it not very hard to do, to be fair. And like people are like, you know what, like who cares about what's it, the counters? Just hard summon it.
Yeah.
way easier.
Exactly. Just hard summon it. I think like you can use the Rekka to force like the battle. So basically use the contract skill to force the battle, and then okay, now it destroys something. You flip it, and then now you battle everything. You battle everything else.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got the contract field, which
Mm-mm.
makes the target attack pierce.
Mm-mm.
So
my
it
God.
can even battle spirits with red armor, etc.
Mm-mm.
But like, sometimes, actually, I think like Soul Dragon has a better deck to be in
Mm-mm.
Carrot,
Mm-mm.
as in Sky Contract.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Yeah, because Tarot also has the effect of like when when opposing spirits are destroyed by your red only spirit, send their cost to trash
Mm-mm.
instead of the reserve.
Mm-mm.
And and obviously that is like way more manageable than trying to pull out a purple brave.
Mm-mm.
And then and then also Terror itself also has a card that makes your target attack unpreventable.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
True.
so Terror actually got a new finisher.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Ooh, I need to tell my friend who is very hot on Terra to try this out, I guess.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Try it out.
try it out. Going to be crazy. Yeah, I guess like even in Tarot, like okay, so it's going to be like mainly for finishing. Like yeah, it's crazy that in its own deck it can be like a hard control deck just to end your opponent's thing. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Gotta
I
ram
mean,
that.
I mean, I mean, if you're using in Terra, then you can't manifest it because you don't have
Yeah,
Yukimura.
exactly. The only downside, but yeah, I guess it is what it is. You sacrifice the defense for firepower.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, and then also like yeah, I guess like yeah, then time to ramp. Like if Rekka actually becomes meta, time to ramp up that those Spacer Dragon back to 3. The only
time to stock up Overfull,
yeah.
which protects your birds at all times.
Yeah. Don't do that. That's
I mean,
the
actually,
destination.
Overfull will be pretty decent as well,
Mm-mm.
because like it's four. What is it? It's 4 cost,
Mm-mm.
I think. But then like if you have free, so like it has like a main effect.
Yep. I am loading it up. Oh, Recall 0 over full.
Yeah, so oh no, it's 3 cost. So
Yep.
pull a card on the 40 reserve,
Mm-mm.
and you have three more casters than the opponent draw 2 cards.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, so kind of doable, I guess,
Mm-mm.
depending on how quickly you're ramping up the counters. But yeah,
Yeah. Also, I guess like mainly yeah. I guess like if you just wanted to use the Mirage effect, like when Rebirth Soul Dragon is Burning Soul Dragon is going to pull back all the cores anyway, so it kind of doesn't matter in a way. Like you can spend a little bit more, of course. Then you can just pull everything back, and then Burning Soul Dragon will be like 33k. Yeah, baby.
yeah,
Yeah, I really like how how in the anime, like when Soul Dragon like reaches level 4, like it just gain like the Battle Spirit course and then like just the Battle Spirit's logos. I was like, oh my god, this looks horrible, but like this is beautifully horrible.
I already can't remember the scene. Like I remember it happened. I know it happened, but I can't
Mm-mm.
remember exactly.
Yeah, it basically just because like the thing is also like they kind of wanted to make it kind of like Soul Dragon. Soul Dragon. They kind of wanted to set Soul Dragon as the one that ends the battle instead of Burning Soul Dragon, right? Because it's the card
Yeah.
that Nobunaga gave to Yukimura. So they
Yeah.
kind of wanted to make it the one that finishes the thing. Which also reminds me like the speaking of like a very specifically anime effect, kind of like. I forgot that Yaibird, the Yaibird LT, it pumps the opposing spirit by 10,000 BP. So I was like, because like I was like, when Amamiya was here, we were like recording some stuff, right? And like he was like using the Toshie deck, and then he set on Yaibird, and then I was like, so it pumps your own spirit by 10,000 BP. Like it will rarely and then like he pumps my spirit, and then now it can be destroyed by Sengoku Tiger. So I was like, all right, so that's why it has that effect, because it pumps your opponent so that Sengoku Tiger it goes beyond like Sengoku Tiger's ceiling. So I was like, that's actually kind of genius.
Yeah. We were discussing that you can probably also try to add that in the Soul Dragon deck. Because what you can do is that you can bump something to 10k, more than 10k. Then Brave Soul Dragon to Shine Blazer. You remember that shit? And then when you destroy the whole board for each spirit with 8,000 BP or more, you destroyed, burn 1 life.
Absolute cinema. And we'll probably get the Shine Blazer LT as well, because the next Dream Draft booster is going to be based on Galaxian, and we have an anime booster for Brave as well.
Yeah.
So we are bound to get like a Shine Blazer LT at some point.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds perfect in a bad way. What a beautiful mess. Okay, so next up we have the Prodigal Son, the Big Bang Golem but green. Pretty much literally.
Which is actually really good. What the hell?
Yeah. So this card, when it is summoned from your flash effect, you can summon this card from your hand. When you summon it with this effect, you can exhaust any number of your fungal token. For each one that you exhaust, treat as if you have paid 1 card from the reserve for the cost, basically. So basically, if you have full reduction, then you can exhaust 4 to summon it, quote unquote, for free, but not free. So your opponent cannot use any 0 counter against it. And then with the summon or attacks, you can banish up to total of 10 cards from your and opposing trash from the game. And then the effect of the banish card does not activate, so kind of like an preparation for Hera.
Yeah.
Yep. And then for each 2 cards that you banish by this effect, heavy exhaust 1 opposing spirit or ultimate. And then level 2-3, the cost on of your opposing spirit or ultimate, the cost on your exhausted spirit or ultimate cannot be less than 3. Wow. Which means if you have invested...
No, the cost on opposing exhausted spirit and ultimates cannot be less than 3.
Yep, the cost, yes. Yep.
Of their spirit, not...
Oh, yeah.
I think you said your own, but no.
Oh, okay, yeah. Of their spirit, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And it is double symbol, by the way.
Yep.
Which is important because it's a control deck, so you kind of have to finish the game at some point, even though it's going to be kind of late, so you kind of have to catch up with the damage. Yeah. And then basically then that means you're going to have exhaust opposing spirit or ultimate, and then for 2 turns they cannot do anything, and then they cannot use the course as well. Shabby stuff.
Shabby.
And yeah, and then of course also like unlike all the newer green stuff that kind of like still forgives your opponent's soul core. So basically, if your opponent put their soul core in their spirit, they only have like 3 cores or less, then they cannot use their manifest, they cannot use their advent. So pretty, yeah, that's like the level 2-3 effect actually kind of hits. And also you can banish 10 cards at once, so that's that also activates when attack, so that is also kind of strong.
Yeah, it's actually really strong. And yeah, you just pointed out if the opponent uh, uh wasn't being careful enough, you could also lock the soul core. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is very subtle, but like, I guess like because like I was like seeing this card like previously from the eye of like someone who plays mid range, but I guess like if you see it as a control card, yeah, this card is actually really nuts.
I mean, it is. I mean, Yumcox is a control deck, so
Exactly. So yeah, I guess I was just seeing it wrongly. So I'm sorry, Bengalum. You are great. You are perfect the way you are. But yeah, I feel like also like the one of the nice thing is they kept like the 10 number, because like the original big back column also like mills 10.
True, yeah.
Which is a nice touch, which they don't need to do, but yeah, they did anyway, and that is really nice. And then we have more horse with post, yeah.
What? All right.
Yeah, we have the kelp.
Yeah.
This one is also a 3 cost 2 reduction with 1 counter or more manifest from your Lu. And when it is summoned, you can add 1 core from the void to your Lu. After that, you can retain 1 brave, 1 devotee or martial brave to the top of your deck. And then on level 2, during your turn, when your martial or Celtica effect opens cards from your deck, all Lu that are opened by this effect can be one of the Lu that is opened by these effects can be added to your hand. I guess
kind of alright. I guess. Yeah.
Kind of like an early core boost, and then like just to ensure that your Lu can summon something, I guess.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see. But it is a horse, so I will not say no to it. As a concept, not into the deck.
It's a horse.
It's an angry horse.
It's an angry horse.
Angry horse, indeed. And then we have another of Yukimura's favorite spirit. One of the like the fake key spirit that made Hobarato Shie hates him to the very core, because oh no, it's his key spirit. No, turns out this key spirit is the one that he used in the next episode. So we have the Samurai Dragon, and which I think like when I read the effect is like, okay, so it has the manifest from when your counter is 1 or more. When it is summoned or attacks, destroy 1 opposing spirit with the lowest PP. Additionally, once per turn, if your counter is 8 or more, you can return your soul core to the spirit. And then during either player's attack step, when your soul core is sent to the trash, destroy 1 opposing spirit with the PP lower than the spirit. Once per turn, the spirit refreshes. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah.
Pretty decent, I guess. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it can recycle something is pretty good already. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, it recycles your soul core, which is, yeah, I guess kind of nice. But we'll see. Also, like, yeah, I guess like as a defense, although like it does have like a hefty condition of like counter 8 or more. I guess like even as an early defense, if your opponent wants to kind of like finish you early, sometimes there are like some decks that do that like with only 1 attacker. And if they would want to do it early, then they will probably have no protection, so you can at least buy some time. And also, even if they use aggro, then that you basically are stopping like 2 attacks at that point. And then if you have any magic that you can desperately play from your hand, then also, or if you then okay, no, forget what I just about to say, but yeah, because like at that point you will be using your soul core already, so if in very early of the game you will not have your soul core in the same turn, so you will be able to finish at most 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we have another pick that is in the process of getting eaten by the mushroom.
No.
Yeah, so it's basically mud foot but for draw. So basically this card in your hand or trash. When during either player's main step, if your opponent increases the card in their hand by effects, if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand or open zone, and you have a Yumkash, you can summon this card without paying the cost. When you do so, during this turn, your opponent cannot draw. Oh, your opponent cannot draw with purple effects. Okay. So it is not totally Mudfoot. It's just to count. It's basically if your opponent plays Mudfoot, then okay. So this is my Uno reverse.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So when it is summoned, add 1 core from the 1 core each from the void. To 2 of your other fungi spirit or nexus. After that, banish 1 card from the opposing trash from the game. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like the arm race with when Yumkash and Nyx now.
Yeah, it's this is actually really decent. Like we imagine summoning for free,
Mm-mm.
then you're ramping 2 calls, and you're also banishing a card.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you can actually banish like the first Mudfoot out of the game as well before it can show itself out. So even better.
Oh, true. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, now your opponent can have to hold the Mudfoot in their hand for a surprise. So yeah, pretty nice pick. Also, it's a really cute pick. Too bad it's going to lose all and any form of autonomy from its self in a few moments.
No.
Moment of silence for the pick. Yeah, and then we have a nice new handsome guy for Nyx. Von Bruyne. How do you even read that? But yeah, Von Bruyne. Von Bruyne. Yeah.
Yeah, Von Bruyne. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when you summon the spirit, you can send 3 cards on your Nyx to the void. By doing so, this card becomes cost 5. When summoned, for each 1 card in your hand, send 1 card from the opposing field to the reserve. And then but you cannot send so basically it is limited until the target has at most 1 core. Yeah, so basically it cannot be less than 1. And then at the beginning of the opposing attack step, for each 3 cards in the opposing reserve, you draw 1 card up to 3. And I guess like for purple it feels a little bit too slow. But I guess
Yeah, well, I wouldn't play him at all, you know.
Yeah. Because also like Nyx is quite a snowball tech as well. So like if your hand is like 2 when you summon this guy, so it's like, yeah, I guess you remove 2, but like you don't really need him. You can just do it with other cards. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
exactly,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So next up we have another automaton in which it is a Roomba with the toy polar bear on top of it. How cute!
Yeah, that is very cute.
Yeah, it's a Shirokumamba, so which is Shirokuma, which is a polar bear, and then I guess it's a kind of like to make it into a Roomba.
Yeah.
So basically, as usual, if this card is discarded to the trash by your Yamato Takeru, you can summon or set it without paying the cost. When you do so, return 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. So kind of like just to balance things out, because you can basically get a free card. Instead of that, you basically use your hand to do that. And then the Mirage cost itself is 2 cost 1 reduction during the opposing turn. When your opponent hand size increases, if you have a Yamato Takeru, you can draw one card from your deck. So basically, it's an automaton version of Weasel without the deck protection. And also, instead of like having Weasel, you have a very cute pair instead on a Roomba. It's a Roomba.
Yeah, it's actually really decent as well. Yeah, the Mirage effect.
Yeah,
is especially good. Yeah,
exactly.
the fact that it can set itself as well is like makes it really nice. Yeah,
Exactly. And then like the one that you sacrifice for it goes back to the bottom as well. So, like on a very convoluted way, if you're Rekka Yukimura especially, it's not going to be gone. Like it's going to go back to your hand at some point anyway.
true.
Especially if you're Rekka Yukimura.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have another automaton, Neskuru. So when the spirit is summoned, one spirit has the same name, by returning one card from the opposing trash to the bottom of the deck, you add one card from the void to the spirit. Or if your opponent has one or less cards in their trash, and you have a Yamato Takeru, add 2 cards from the void to the spirit. And then of course, as usual, level 2, add cost 3 by the way, and only add 2 cards for level 2. It gives all of your automaton and 4 soldier spirits armor from white. Heavy armor from white. Yeah, I guess not too shabby. Yeah. I like in the early game it can pretty much give you like a 2 corpus as well. Like if you are not facing against Grand Walker decks, so like yeah, not too shabby. Or you can, as usual, return their secret and corpus 1, because why not? And then, of course, we have Kizuna Burst as the upcoming promo, and we only have 3 designs from Burning Soul, while we have 6 designs for Kizuna Field, so they are filling it in with characters from Galette of Revolution. So we have Kizuna Burst that features Galette and Farte, everyone's favorite duo, who plays red, purple, white, red, and blue. But that all pales in comparison to, of course, the one who plays yellow and green. Because we have Renjiver version of Kizuna Burst from Battle Spirits Mirage. Now I am invested to actually open a box of BS73 myself. Not only because I want the Morrigan on the box, but also because I want this Kizuna Burst specifically. Yeah. Yeah. And there's a chance that you can get the version with the voice actress's signature as well, so that's even better. Now that I need to take out Sterliche out of my deck, I can sim to Renjiver in other forms, which is nice. They gave me an alternative. How kind.
Sure.
Exactly. And then, of course, we have the new premium card collection set that features the 3 Wise Deity and also the trio. The creation trio during the Rebirth era, so Lolo, Alex, and Vina.
Yippee.
Yippee. I need 3 at least. And of course, we have the 3 voice men as well. So, Lalfandard, Gushnaf, and Hormis.
Hormis is so cute.
I know, right? That kind of feels more like kind of like a wise person who looks down on the people.
Bruh.
Don't know, but I need at least 3. Just for the Blizzard Wall LT. Need 1 for my album, 1 probably for display, and then 1 to actually put in my deck. And then now we have the continuation, kind of like the combo, and then the cost is 6 on the front and 9 on the back. Nice. Of the elevator from earlier, we have the Yamato Okna which has the Bujintai and the Hogekitai. So basically the war god form and then the bombardment form. So it can manifest when you have 5 from your Yamato Takeru, when you have 5 or more counter during your turn. And then there's rebirth when your counter is 7 or more. When the spirit attacks or blocks or removed from the field by the opponent, you can refresh it and then flip. Then level 2-3, when the spirit attacks, destroy an opposing spirit or ultimate with the highest cost. After this effect activates, return all cards from the opposing trash to the bottom of their deck. I see. Okay. That is quite brutal. Because now basically you're shutting down every single trash combo deck. In a way. Yeah. And then
I have been doing that. You guys know how to finish it.
Exactly. But now it's like the finisher kind of just like cuts the middleman. Okay, we are not like doing like 1 or 2. We'll just do everything. Like no option. You don't have option. You don't have option. You don't have time. You either do it during that turn, or you are not going to do that like forever. And then of course it has the Kikai Kaiho, which is going to be like a force machinery release, which is also like Kikai. I guess it's kind of also like a wordplay on machine itself. So when this spirit rebirths or attacks, by moving 2 cards from your Yamato Takeru to this spirit. Okay, so you can move 2 cards from your Yamato Takeru to this spirit as semantics. When you do so, retain all opposing cards from the opposing open zone to the opposing hand. After that, you choose 3 cards from the opposing hand without you choose 3 cards from the opposing hand, and then the rest is returned to the bottom of the deck. After this effect activates, if your opponent has a total of 5 or more cards in their hand or open zone, send 2 cards from the opposing life to the trash. You may do so anyway, so as usual, you can do that however you want. And then level 2-3, all of your automaton and force soldier spirits are unaffected by opposing spirit or nexus effects. Yeah. That is quite brutal. Totally what Superstar hoped it could have been, I guess. Because here's the thing. So basically, if your opponent has a hand protection, you can hand protection or a open zone protection, in which Keikiha famously have that. So instead of like, even though you cannot reduce the cards in their hand, you can still shoot 2 lives instead. But if they don't have the protection, and you happen to choose 3 cards that are not burst wall, and then they happen to have like maybe 1 burst wall and 1 Thorn Prison LT in their hand, then those cards are also unaffected, so they are not returned to the bottom of the deck. So your opponent now has their hand reduced from like maybe 12 to 5, and they still have to take the 2 lives. Yeah, that can be pretty annoying. And then not to mention that the spirit refreshes as well. So that means they can do that again. Yay! But yeah, I guess that's kind of like a level of finishing that we need to kind of like survive against the other monsters in the game. So yeah, I guess that's kind of fair. Also, you need like 7 counters, so like unless you can move like really quickly, you're probably going to get mauled by Siegfried and by 3 Siegfrieds anyway. So like yeah, gotta go fast, I guess.
Gotta go fast.
Exactly. Also, it's a double symbol. So I guess like the Guardians also mentioned, well, like the people in the extreme game kind of mentioned. So if you can at least like shoot once, you do have like 2 damage in, and then this spirit is double symbol. So like if your opponent has nothing else to defend, then they will have to eat another 2. And then if they do have like hand protection that you can pass through, then you can attack again and then just shoot 2 lives. Yeah. Kind of like that's going to be a really niche situation, but something that you need to remember in case that happened. And then the last card of the day, we do have the upgrade of Onimaru Shinuchi, so which is supposedly the upgraded version of Flame and Yuto. So the Flame Dragon Sword Onimaru. So this is the Onimaru Shinuchi X. So it is basically like pretty much the new kind of like, how to put this, like the Contractor Saga Briefs. Because it was meant to be equipped to your Yukimura until you have 6 or more counter, and it can be equipped to any Rekka spirits. So when equipped to your Yukimura, it gives a contract field during either player's attack step. When your Rekka spirit are destroyed or depleted by the opponent and sent to the trash, by sending 4 cores from this nexus to the void, one of those targets can be summoned without paying the cost. So yeah, basically, basically replicate, kind of like bringing back the effect of Yukimura's first Soul Burst, the Transmigration Flame. It's not Transmigration Flame. What was it again? Transmigration Flame. I think it's in Heroes.
Yeah, that's in Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, basically his first Soul Burst.
Yeah, I can't remember the name either now.
Yeah, it was something Japanese. Time to be racist. Yeah. It was something Japanese. But yeah, basically kind of like because like that burst also basically, when your spirit is destroyed, you basically revive one of those spirits and then boost its power. So I guess I kind of remembered like Yukimura used that to revive Dramaru and then like pumps it by 10,000. So I was like, what the fuck just happened? he has like a 12,000 BP Dramaru, because why not? Yippee. And then when it is equipped to a Rekka spirit, when attack, you can target attack one opposing spirit. Additionally, when this spirit is blocked, neither player can play cards. Flash timing for either player does not occur. So yeah, basically with Burning Soul Dragon, you can target attack to opposing spirit, directly just destroy them outright, and then since now the battle ends, you can just shoot 2 lives. Yay! So yeah, does that change anything, Ayumu? If the flash timing does not occur?
I mean, what kind of change are you asking here?
Yeah, that is what I'm asking myself. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess like even without this, like the fact that Burning Soul Dragon can.
Yeah, it's kind of an overkill because Soul Dragon's already locking cores.
Yeah, so you kind of don't really need to do that, because like you kind of wanted to pay them to spend the cores on their reserve anyway, right?
I mean, I suppose if they have like spirits that is like unaffected, then sure, maybe. Yeah, cause like, you got. I mean, obviously Yukimura. What's the word? Kind of like pierces the target attack. But the funny thing with Battle Spirits is that the rest of the effect doesn't continue to pierce. So in this case, it means if they have red armor, then like you can still target attack them, but then like the core lock wouldn't work on them. So I suppose in that case, skipping flash timing would be nice. Yeah.
I see.
It's just trying to make you guarantee that you get to do the BB comparison thing. But like that's kind of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like otherwise it's mostly just to give you kind of like a way to recur your soul dragon if it does lose in battle somehow.
Kind of, yeah.
Like by some magic. Maybe it's like you forgot and then like you hit the Amaterasu dragon with like 7 cores on it.
Huh.
Like, okay. I forgot that it has 7 cores and it has 70,000 BP. So like how do I no. It doesn't work. There's no out from this. Unless I pay for and then summon it again, and then now I will not target attack the Amaterasu dragon. Fuck that guy. Yeah, and yeah, I guess that has been the cards that we need to catch up with for the last 2 weeks. Yippee. So yeah, I guess like 73 is definitely going to be quite interesting finally. But like,
yeah.
Finally, some good shit.
True.
Yeah, by the next time we do this, I guess like the 73, the full list will be out, or like maybe we'll be recording like after the set is out even.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll try to schedule it a little bit better. But like at least like the full list will be out, and then we'll start to see cards from the new draft booster, I suppose.
True, yeah.
Yeah. I mean like even now we do have some cards from the PB, but yeah, with PB I guess like availability is going to be an issue. That's why I don't really put them up. Yeah, it's more like I guess like if you are in the main Bandai distribution countries like Singapore or like Hong Kong, then it's not going to be an issue. But outside from that, I guess then even with those countries, the deadline can be different from Japan. So like just to make sure that everyone has the same information, I guess. Yeah. If you do have like a channel to get stuff from Premium Bandai, do check out the individual stores. And hopefully you had fun with Kamen Rider as well. Although if they do the Aikatsu one, then we'll definitely talk about it because we are hypocrites like that. Yeah. Oh my god, my room is like actually burning me alive now.
It's that hot. It's like really cool up here.
Probably also because I needed to close the window to reduce the echo. So yeah,
I see.
That's probably another thing. So yeah, after recording, I will definitely just open the window and feel the breeze on my skin. Wind. But anyway, if you do have any questions, comments, or requests, like if you want us to try out the standard format, God forbid, do feel free to leave any comments below or do send them to us to our email at therefreshsteppodcast@gmail.com. So yeah, I guess that has been your bi-weekly card review for Battle Spirits. We will be back next week for 1 to 2 hours to accompany you to go to work or to relax on your weekends. So, but I guess that has been everything that we can share for this week. We hope that you guys have a nice week going forward, and we'll see you all in the next thing. Bye bye.
Alright, I'm going to sleep.
Okay.